He was throwing Christmas trees or something in a hotel, rehearsing for tossing the caber. He's going to throw that first right hand as soon as he can now, McCall. It just brushed past Lewis's chin. Massive size, stone in it, with Lewis at 17 stone 13.
Well, Lewis must think about his defence, but he mustn't think defensively. He just has to do everything from a sound defence. He's started the first round with a fairly wide stance, so I think he intends using his feet to get him out of trouble in the early stages here, which is good news. He doesn't want to lean back from McCall. That says here he's stepping back, he's using that wide stance, and they're just stepping back from McCall.
Oh, now he's tried his right hand now, Lewis, so that's one each. A better punch from Lewis.
And that's good because Lewis does want a positive start, make full use of that jab. Frank Bruno confused McCall with the jab. Larry Holmes, an aging Larry Holmes, confused him with it. So Lewis wants to do the same thing, certainly in the first couple of rounds.
He's not jabbing terribly hard with that left-hand lead there, Lewis, but it's just range finding with it, really, trying to load up his punches before he pulls the trigger, which certainly would be a right hand. Although he's a good left hooker when he can time that well.
Well, I think there's plenty of time to think about the left hook. I would just like to see him with the straight shots, keep McCall at bay. This is a good positive first round from Lewis. This is as good a first round as we could expect to see so far.
We've been looking for improvement. I'm convinced that Emmanuel Stewart has done a good job, actually. The first one he's got to his mind and changed his style a little bit now, a bit more professional. All those sort of fluffy edges that he had as an amateur.
So Lewis is keeping him out of range. This is an excellent start. Just wants to keep that concentration. Just keep pumping the jab. A jab confuses Oliver McCall.
Well, you can hear Manager Frank Maloney there saying, focus, big man. Well, I think he is. I don't think you have to worry about that. You can't afford to relax a second. No fighter can, but particularly when you know that you've been knocked over by your opponent.
Well, I'm pleased to see how positive Lewis's attitude is in the first round. I was worried he'd maybe go to sleep, maybe be thinking too defensively, but this is an excellent start.
There's no chance McCall can outbox him. He may think he can, but there's no way he can do that, I don't think.
See, he's not even allowing McCall to launch that right hand. He's keeping him off balance, keeping him on his back foot. If you can force Oliver McCall back, then you take half of what he has out of his arsenal.
He's only prodding it by his standards, Lewis, with the left-hand jab, Jim.
But he's not allowing McCall to do anything.
Keeping him at range.
And he's getting around in the bag.
And Jim Watt and I certainly gave Lewis the opening round.
Well, Oliver McCall, as we all know, Reg, is a hothead. If Lewis can just keep frustrating him with that jab, don't let him get to work, he's going to start becoming that little bit desperate. He's going to start making mistakes. He's going to start swinging at Lewis. Then maybe Lewis can move in with the big shots. But he just wants to keep doing what he's doing, just getting this guy's nerves for a couple of rounds with that jab. The jab's working well, the timing's good. Well, he got on his bike there, Reg, but quite right to do so. Get yourself out of trouble, whatever it takes. See, McCall just rushing past the jab. He can't box his way past it. He's now rushing past the jab. This is when Lewis has to be careful.
Well, that was a decent shot. He pulled away, tried to pull away from it, Jim, but that landed okay.
They both landed at the same time with the left hand, but McCall's was better. That was poor defensive work from Lewis. 2 punches to an unprotected chin. That was careless once again.
Not much infighting going on there.
Good right hand.
Oh, the atomic ball stuff again here. He's fearless, this character.
The Mills Lane will have to be strict about this, shoving the forearm in his face.
Oh, that uppercut there, that reminded McCall that Lewis was not standing for too much nonsense.
It's too early for Lewis to be taking chances. He doesn't want to trade with this guy at the moment.
His head's all over the place there, McCall. He didn't know where he was, Jim. I don't mean hurt, he just didn't know where he was going. Oh, good shot. That's the way, right through the defence that one went. just gumshoed like mad there, Lewis. We're right on the ring apron, Jim Watt now here. We can not only see the punches coming, but hear each thud.
Well, Reg, McCall's punch is certainly better than Lewis's in this second round. Every serious attack that McCall has launched, he's got results from it. Lewis's defences when he's forced onto his back foot are fairly loose. McCall's punching up to this point in the second round better than Lewis's.
Oh, they just caught him high with that punch, Lewis, on the side of the head.
And he's taken McCall's jab as well. Really, Lewis's defences have scattered a little bit in this round.
You know, when he gets back to the jab, he's a bit more authority about him there, Lewis. He just pinching some points as we get the clappers at the timekeeper alongside us there for the end of the second round. Oh, that was a good shot by Lewis, Jim, right above us there. He's had rehab clinics and so forth. He's whipped himself into shape. It shows here, doesn't it? Third round. So he's got to start banging that punch in there. Lewis keeping his man at range all the time, really. He does so much better with long arm punches, Lewis.
See, it may look a little bit negative just pumping the jab, but this is all right. Lewis wants some rounds in the bag. I mean, I really feel this fight could go all the way. If not all the way, it'll be a long fight. So Lewis wants as many rounds in the bag early as he can get without getting too much involved with this guy. Good stuff from Lewis.
Now he's, to use a boxing term, he's a bit of a governor at the moment. Lewis is saying, OK, I've got over the nervous tension.
Just want his chin just a little bit lower, Reg. That's what I'd like to see. This is good stuff.
Now, I emphasise, this guy McCall's never been on the deck, never been stopped, never been on the deck. And he sparred endless rounds with Mike Tyson. And he's beaten him with the good punches. You see, this is where McCall becomes unpredictable. Once he started taking a bit of punishment. Just trying to laugh his way through taking those shots. Obviously kind of, he hasn't hurt me, but he has.
Well, Lewis is just annoying him again with the jab. And this is all right, they're point scoring, they're not wonderful punches, but they're scoring points and they're keeping him at arm's length. Lewis also has some room to get a right hand home as well. McCall's dangerous when he lunges at Lewis, but when he's standing off, Lewis could take the odd chance with a right hand. That's it.
Oh, double those up well there, Lewis. That's the first time he's actually timed a left hook close in.
Yeah, Lewis is thinking what he's doing here. This is real good performance. Took a punch but come back with one, Reg. That's all right.
So he's flayed his legs a bit there, McCall. Oh, he's trying to do a dance in that. I told you, there's nobody like this fella.
See, he's got the room to get that right hand home. McCall's standing off. And standing off, he has no chance of winning this fight.
Oh, he's looking round for applause. Can you believe this? As if to say, I'm just ignoring this fella.
I think he's trying to draw mistakes. I know he has a bit of a character at times, but he's probably trying to draw mistakes from Lewis doing that. Lewis has kept his cool. Good, accurate punching now in the third round from Lewis.
Poor old referee's having a bit of a job getting in there.
Not a lot of ambition shown by McCall in this round, Reg. Standing off all the way. Looking for single shots, but taking loads.
Oh, look at this, look. Oh, dear, oh, dear. 10 seconds. Clear round for Lewis, of course. He's hardly landed a good blow here, McCall. So Jim Watt's scorecard there puts Lewis a round up. What that walkabout was doing as we start the fourth, I don't know by McCall. The two trainers, very experienced men, George Fenton and a former champion, Greg Page, are just looking at each other.
So look at the way McCall's feet are here, Reg. He can't produce power from that position. Lewis can take a chance and drop a right hand here because he can't summon power like that.
Jim, the referee's going to say something to this. He can't let it. He's got to make a fight of it.
Well, it's early days and the action's been good so far. But when McCall is not setting himself in, there's no powerful punches coming back. So Lewis here could really take a chance.
Getting booed by the crowd. I'm not surprised, McCall. I mean, there's no way he can rattle Lewis by doing this. He's not throwing punches. He's got to give the other guy all the hope in the world.
Well, Reg, this is as good as I've seen Lennox Lewis. I know McCall's giving up his own way at the moment, but Lewis looking concentration, perfect technique, everything right here.
He's almost saying, come on, you can't knock me out. I mean, that's ridiculous, isn't it, by McCall? Oh, beautiful punch right above us there, Jim. If he'd have missed that, I think we'd have popped that up all the time.
But this guy really is tough, Reg. He is one of the game's real fighting men. I mean, that was a solid right hand. That one glance, but the first one was a solid shot. Didn't trouble him in the slightest.
Real warrior, isn't he? I mean, he's... I told you, he's taking time out, the referee, and he's saying, what is this? He had to warn him.
I mean, I don't know if McCall has lost interest, Reg, or if he's just got some crazy plan in his mind about slinging one big right hand again. But I cannot understand this. In the second round, he really fancied the job, had a good round, and now we're getting this. I don't understand it.
Well, I hope he's not getting messages from above him to go walk about. That's not going to help him.
Well, we've certainly had 2 rounds of turn the other cheek, Reg, haven't we?
Oh, absolutely. This is unbelievable. Well, I'd seen it and done it enough in this business. I've never seen it like this before.
At least a couple of times he's tried to step forward. I don't know if he's going to change his mind. But no, we expect better than this from the Atomic Bull.
Again, the referee sort of showed out to him with his arms, what are you doing? Not to say you're going to do something.
See, when Lewis feints at him, he doesn't set himself to come back with a counter. He actually steps off. See that little feint, how everything he does is defensive now. Lewis shows him a feint, McCall just walks back from him. It's as though he has no intentions of launching any counter punches.
See, nobody can control this fellow, Jim. I've never seen him do this in a fight before, I have to say. He didn't do it with Bruno.
Well, the referee can't stop it, Reg, because, he's not in any danger of being knocked out. He's not taking punches. Lewis is still fairly careful here. All he's doing is putting another little round in the bank. And nothing wrong with this. If he can win rounds, Reg, without using up too much steam, and the fight does go late, then fine. Do the right thing. Don't take chances against a dangerous...
He walked towards Lewis there. As we come out for this next round, it's just unbelievable stuff, this.
Well, again, he's made a little motion as though he wants to come forward, Reg. I don't know if he does. But we've seen that strange face he pulls, and he uses that face to pump himself up before fights. I hope that's the case here. It's still good, careful boxing from Lewis. No mistakes, good concentration. Just
another look at Jim's scorecard in the middle of this. Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? It's unbelievable. Oh, that will stop him laughing about that right-hand punch. And again, he's actually challenging him to knock him out, Jim. That's what he's doing.
He's looking away from
Crazy as a coot, this is.
Not even looking at the punches coming there. But Lewis, don't run into anything. Lewis is going to stop it. He stopped the fight. That's a disqualification, Reg. It has to be a disqualification.
I hope it is a disqualification. Oh, they're diving in above us now. And if I suddenly disappear, somebody's because...
No, actually, he didn't quit, Reg. The referee decided to get him out of there. He didn't even quit. He didn't even retire. He just walked about the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Las Vegas Hilton,
confirm it. I think it's TKO.
Mills Lane has to call a halt to this bout. It comes as Oliver McCall refuses to defend himself. Referee declaring a technical knockout at 55 seconds of round number 5.
Yeah, that's it.
The winner, and now
a
two-time
WBC
WBC
it's tarnished Lennox Lewis's performance, which was excellent. But then he was only hitting a target after a couple of rounds.
You know, Reg,
when you know that you've been knocked over by your opponent.
Well, I'm pleased to see how positive Lewis's attitude is in the first round. I was worried he'd maybe go to sleep, maybe be thinking too defensively, but this is an excellent start.
There's no chance McCall can outbox him. He may think he can, but there's no way he can do that, I don't think.
See, he's not even allowing McCall to launch that right hand. He's keeping him off balance, keeping him on his back foot. If you can force Oliver McCall back, then you take half of what he has out of his arsenal.
He's only prodding by his standards, Lewis, with the left-hand jab, Jim.
But he's not allowing McCall to do anything.
Keeping him at range.
And he's getting around in the bag.
And Jim Watt and I certainly gave Lewis the opening round.
Well, Oliver McCall, as we all know, Reg, is a hothead. If Lewis can just keep frustrating him but with that jab, don't let him get to work. He's going to start becoming that little bit desperate. He's going to start making mistakes. He's going to start swinging at Lewis. Then maybe Lewis can move in with the big shots. But he just wants to keep doing what he's doing, just getting this guy's nerves for a couple of rounds with that jab. The jab's working well. The timing's good. Well, they got on his bike there, Reg, but quite right to do so. Get yourself out of trouble, whatever it takes. See, McCall just rushing past the jab. He can't box his way past it. He's now rushing past the jab. This is when Lewis has to be careful.
Well, that was a decent shot. He pulled away, tried to pull away from it, Jim, but that landed okay.
They both landed at the same time with the left hand, but McCall's was better. That was poor defensive work from Lewis. 2 punches to an unprotected chin. That was careless once again.
Not much infighting going on there.
Good right hand.
Oh, the atomic ball stuff again here. He's fearless, this character.
The Mills Lane will have to be strict about this, shoving the forearm in his face.
Oh, that uppercut there, that reminded McCall that Lewis was not standing for too much nonsense.
It's too early for Lewis to be taking chances. He doesn't want to trade with this guy at the moment.
See, his head's all over the place there, McCall. He didn't know where he was, Jim. I don't mean hurt, he just didn't know where he was going. Oh, good shot. That's the way, right through the defence that one went. He's gritting his gum shield like mad there, Lewis. We're right on the ring apron, Jim Watt now here. We can not only see the punches coming, but hear each thud.
Well, Reg, McCall's punch is certainly better than Lewis's in this second round. Every serious attack that McCall has launched, he's got results from it. Lewis's defences, when he's forced onto his back foot, are fairly loose. McCall's punching up to this point in the second round better than Lewis's.
Oh, they just caught him high with that punch, Lewis, on the side of the head.
And he's taken McCall's jab as well. Really, Lewis's defences have scattered a little bit in this round.
You know, when he gets back to the jab, he's a bit more authority about him there, Lewis. He just pinching some points as we get the clappers at the timekeeper alongside us there for the end of the second round. Oh, that was a good shot by Lewis, Jim, right above us there. He's had rehab clinics and so forth. He's whipped himself into shape. It shows here, doesn't it? Third round. He's got to start banging that punch in there. Lewis keeping his man at range all the time, really. He does so much better with long arm punches, Lewis.
See, it may look a little bit negative, just pumping the jab, but this is all right. Lewis wants some rounds in the bag. I mean, I really feel this fight could go all the way. If not all the way, it'll be a long fight. So Lewis wants as many rounds in the bag early as he can get without getting too much involved with this guy. Good stuff from Lewis.
Now he's, to use a boxing term, he's a bit of a governor at the moment. Lewis is saying, OK, I've got over the nervous tension.
Just want his chin just a little bit lower, Reg. That's what I'd like to see. This is good stuff.
Now, I emphasise, this guy McCall's never been on the deck, never been stopped, never been on the deck. And he sparred endless.
Lewis could take a chance and drop a right hand here because he can't summon power like that.
Jim, the referee's going to say something to this. He can't let it. He's got to make a fight of it.
Well, it's early days and the action's been good so far. But when McCall is not setting himself in, there's no powerful punches coming back. So Lewis here could really take a chance.
Getting booed by the crowd. I'm not surprised, McCall. I mean, there's no way he can rattle Lewis by doing this. He's not throwing punches. He's got to give the other guy all the hope in the world.
Well, Reg, this is as good as I've seen Lennox Lewis. I know McCall's giving up his own way at the moment, but Lewis looking concentration, perfect technique, everything right here.
He's almost saying, come on, you can't knock me out. I mean, that's ridiculous, isn't it, by McCall? Oh, beautiful punch right above us there, Jim. If he'd have missed that, I think we'd have copped it all the time.
But this guy really is tough, Reg. He is one of the game's real fighting men. I mean, that was a solid right hand, that one glance, but the first one was a solid shot. Didn't trouble him in the slightest.
Real warrior, isn't he? I mean, I told you so. He's taking time out, the referee, and he's saying, what is this? You had to warn him.
I mean, I don't know if McCall has lost interest, Reg, or if he's just got some crazy plan in his mind about slinging one big right hand again. But I cannot understand this. In the second round, he really fancied the job, had a good round, and now we're getting this. I don't understand it.
Well, I hope he's not getting messages from above him to go walkabout. That's not going to help him.
Well, we've certainly had 2 rounds of turn the other cheek, Reg, haven't we?
Oh, absolutely. This is unbelievable. I thought I'd seen it and done it enough in this business. I've never seen it like this before.
At least a couple of times he's tried to step forward. I don't know if he's going to change his mind. But no, we expect better than this from the Atomic Bull.
Again, the referee sort of showed out to him with his arms, what are you doing? Not to say you're going to do something.
See, when Lewis feints at him, he doesn't set himself to come back with a counter. He actually steps off. See that little feint? How everything he does is defensive now. Lewis shows him a feint. McCall just walks back from him. It's as though he has no intentions of launching any counter punches.
See, nobody can control this fellow, Jim. I've never seen him do this in the fight. The rounds with Mike Tyson, and he's beaten him with the good punches. You see, this is where McCall becomes unpredictable. Once he started taking a bit of punishment. Just trying to laugh his way through taking those shots. Obviously trying to say, he hasn't hurt me, but he has.
Well, Lewis is just annoying him again with the jab. And this is all right, they're point scoring, they're not wonderful punches, but they're scoring points and they're keeping him at arm's length. Lewis also has some room to get a right hand home as well. McCall's dangerous when he lunges at Lewis, but when he's standing off, Lewis could take the odd chance with a right hand. That's it.
Oh, double those up well there, Lewis. That's the first time he's actually timed a left hook close in.
Yeah, Lewis is thinking what he's doing here. This is real good performance. Took a punch but come back with one, Reg. That's all right.
So he's swayed his legs a bit there, McCall. Oh, he's trying to do a dance in that. I told you, there's nobody like this fella.
See, he's got the room to get that right hand home. McCall standing off. And standing off, he has no chance of winning this fight.
Oh, he's looking round for applause. Can you believe this? As if to say, I'm just ignoring this fella.
I think he's trying to draw mistakes. I know he has a bit of a character at times, but he's probably trying to draw mistakes from Lewis doing that. Lewis has kept his cool. Good, accurate punching now in the third round from Lewis.
Poor old referee's having a bit of a job getting in there.
Not a lot of ambition shown by McCall in this round, Reg. Standing off all the way. Looking for single shots, but taking loads.
Oh, look at this, look. Oh, dear, oh, dear. 10 seconds. Clear round for Lewis, of course. He's hardly landed a good blow here, McCall. So Jim Watt's scorecard there puts Lewis a round up. What that walkabout was doing as we start the fourth, I don't know by McCall. The two trainers, very experienced men, George Fenton and a former champion, Greg Page, are just looking at each other.
See, look at the way McCall's feet are here, Reg. He can't produce power from that position.
He was throwing Christmas trees or something in a hotel, rehearsing for tossing the caber. He's going to throw that first right hand as soon as he can now. McCall, it just brushed past Lewis's chin. Massive size, stoning it with Lewis at 17 stone 13.
Well, Lewis must think about his defence, but he mustn't think defensively. He just has to do everything from a sound defence. He's started the first round with a fairly wide stance, so I think he intends using his feet to get him out of trouble in the early stages here. Which is good news. He doesn't want to lean back from McCall. That says here he's stepping back, he's using that wide stance, and they're just stepping back from McCall.
Oh, now he's tried his right hand now, Lewis, so that's one each. Better punch from Lewis.
And that's good because Lewis does want a positive start, make full use of that jab. Frank Bruno confused McCall with the jab. Larry Holmes, an aging Larry Holmes, confused him with it. So Lewis wants to do the same thing, certainly in the first couple of rounds.
He's not jabbing terribly hard with that left-hand lead there, Lewis, but it's just range finding with it, really, trying to load up his punches before he pulls the trigger, which certainly would be a right hand, although he's a good left hooker when he can time that well.
Well, I think there's plenty of time to think about the left hook. I would just like to see him with the straight shots, keep McCall at bay. This is a good positive first round from Lewis. This is as good a first round as we could expect to see so far.
We've been looking for improvement. I'm convinced that Emmanuel Stewart has done a good job, actually. The first time he's got to his mind and changed his style a little bit now, a bit more professional. All those sort of fluffy edges that he had as an amateur.
So Lewis is keeping him out of range. This is an excellent start. Just wants to keep that concentration. Just keep pumping the jab. A jab confuses Oliver McCall.
Well, you can hear amateur Frank Maloney there saying, focus, big man. Well, I think he is. I don't think you have to worry about that. He can't afford to relax a second. No fighter can, but particularly